Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Highlander match with Playstuff, playing in the UGC with their opponents tonight being Team Awesome. Friendly guys who we've played a few practice games with, generally get on with, and we're looking forward to this match, which will be on Granary, and it's a kind of crucial match as we approach the playoff stage of the UGC. Nut, I'll pass over to you now to tell us a bit more about it. It's being cast tonight by myself, Logan, Nuttmegger, and the production as ever by Jimbo McBee. So we hope you enjoy it, and we're looking forward to seeing what the guys can do.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name's Nuttmegger, and I'm going to be casting with Logan there. Yes, he's introduced that we are at a crucial point in the league and left me to explain it, which this is going to be a minefield. Right, so basically what we have is the UGC has a rankings, which Playstuff are currently doing very well at. We're currently in 11th position. We made it up to 10th, but somebody else has done quite well, and it's to nick that spot off us. This week, week 11 of UGC, we're going to decide into the playoff stage. What this means is that we combine the East and the West European rankings, and then we cut the league into sections of 16, and each of those goes into a different tournament. So crucially, this match could determine whether or not we go into the Platinum tournament, which is the top 16, or whether we go into the Silver tournament, which is sort of 17 through 32, and that will determine what sort of medal the guys can get out of this. So I guess they really do want to go for that Platinum participation medal.
I guess so. There's a part of me saying I hope they go into silver, because it's, we're a community team. We're about the fun. We like to win, but we're only just starting out competitively. So we'll see. They're rolling out now. The demo men pushing forward as quickly as they can to get a position on the front. The soldiers too. The rest of the team following behind.
And it looks like a bit of an odd scramble. They sort of missed each other as the demo man and the soldier came in. The point, of course, always is open before they get there, but they really have to sort out the other team's players if they're going to stand a chance of getting that point. It looks like Team Awesome have got a mini sentry up on the point, and they've got a few players there, so it looks like they're going to take with most of Playstuff going down.
Yeah, they did a very good job there, Team Awesome. Playstuff respawning now. They need to get back and get themselves based at this second to last point, make sure they hold a strong defence, ready to push back. The Team Awesome are down a spy. Their scout is just being healed up now, but the team's all back up. The heavy for Playstuff just respawning, and the Uber gets thrown from Team Awesome, and it's coming in, and it's crits.
Oh, but it's nicely shut down by Sloth, getting a headshot on that heavy, and it looks like Team Awesome still with some numbers up. Playstuff have given up quite a bit for this, but Team Awesome deflected at the gate, I think.
It looks like they're holding them. They're putting up a sturdy defence. Only the scout and the sniper down for Playstuff. The heavy's gone down for Team Awesome. The sniper and the engineer have gone down. But this is looking strong. They hopefully will be able to hold this and get into a position to push back as they.
I think that was a very big headshot. I think that was a very big headshot coming through. Team Awesome expected to do a lot more damage with that crits, but Sloth shutting it right down.
The Team Awesome now have the Uber advantage by a significant margin, 100% Uber, waiting to unleash a volley of crits. They've thrown it now, they take out the scout, but there's nobody else going down. The demo man goes down.
It looks like we've switched places, which is a bit dangerous for us, because Team Awesome have got a strong presence on that second cap. Playstuff in the middle of the map, but if Team Awesome go for the second cap point, then they will get it. But it looks like they're being a bit hesitant, and we take middle. Excellent stuff. We're recuperating into this match.
Yeah, that's really good. Both teams kind of even on deaths at that second there, so Playstuff back up a little bit earlier to full strength, trying to make a push now to secure this second to last point on the Team Awesome side of the map. Uber-wise, Playstuff have a nice advantage here, just reaching 100%, and they're going to be able to use that to push this point with some strength, foresight, I've thought.
And it looks like here comes the push to take out the yard. Team Awesome still away in their own point, guarding that very closely. And the big battle for the yard begins, and no deaths so far.
No, the spy's going down. Lovely work by the Playstuff Pyro, taking the spy down for Team Awesome. Mini sentry goes down on the point. The Uber's thrown. The demo man comes in with the soldier. The heavy's on the point too, and this is looking good for Playstuff. Nut.
Yeah, that was actually a very good multi-Uber from Callum. It looks like Spud managed to get a beautiful nade shot just there, and he's actually gone way ahead, and he's on the last point. Will he get this in time? Ninja Cap, I think, incoming.
Oh, and he's blocked by the pyro. The spy's in there to take care of that sniper, rather.
And Spud sacrificed him. That was fantastic. Spud sacrificed himself with a self-nade on the sniper, but the spy was there, ready to capture that point in the other player's absence.
Really good work from Playstuff. Needing a bit of a morale boost after last night's defeat in the ETF2 League. Didn't play badly at all. They just got bested by their opponents, who were a little bit more experienced and just got the better of a few engagements on every map, unfortunately. They were a bit demoralised, but we've told them to just pick themselves up and remember that it was very close, and they've watched the VODs and they appreciate that now. So here we go, vying for the middle point. The engineer goes down, the heavy goes down for Playstuff, the medic goes down, importantly, but as does the medic for Team Awesome. So this is going to be a fierce battle with no help from the medic.
And it looks like only 2 players alive from Playstuff at the moment, Spud and Seric. Everyone else has unfortunately come down. Still 4 players ready there to cap for Blue.
Yeah, the entire team of Playstuff taken down by the end of that assault. Very strong from Team Awesome. Playstuff now moving up to the second point for them. And the scout just going around to see if he can flank, and he takes down the spy. That's an important take. The spy can cause so much problems in Highlander.
Yeah, especially at these moments where the teams are sort of a bit separated, because, you know, that's where the spy works best, of, you know, getting behind the lines before the action starts, waiting for the distraction, and then going in for the kill.
Yeah, we've seen that so many times, taking down the medic or the heavy or important picks like that can, especially with the team rolling crits, the team rolling crits really needs to have a lot of firepower at their disposal to make full advantage of those crits when it's thrown, and to protect the medic as well. Playstuff holding this nicely for now.
That was excellent observation of the last game, actually, because I remember Seric taking down a lot of crit screws.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Seric's proven himself time and again to be a devastating spy, and there he goes again, takes down the sniper for Team Awesome, and Seric again coming out fighting this match. He's Awesome have blown their Uber, they're pushing on the point, but Playstuff holding back. They've got the Uber, they've blown theirs, but they've got the advantage here. The time, of course, forcing Awesome to retreat and leaving only one standing, the spy who's just respawned. Playstuff are all up in
fantastic.
Pushing onto the middle.
If they realise the advantage they have, they could easily cap the middle point before anybody respawns from Team Awesome. It looks like they're going to do just that quite easily. The respawn time is not in Team Awesome's favour at the moment.
No, absolutely not. And Playstuff take the midpoint very nicely. Probably shocking Team Awesome a little bit. They've practiced with them a few times, and as I understand it, have lost to Team Awesome every time they've practiced. But in their defence, Playstuff have never had a full roster of actual squad members in those practice matches. They've always been filled in by mercs and just people from the community. So team up to strength tonight.
Yeah, all sorts of lousy players like me. And it looks like, I don't know, I thought Playstuff were going to get to that middle point and be able to hold a more defensive position on it before, you know, get the double capture before they had to come up across any resistance. But Team Awesome nicely, quickly getting to that point and being able to defend point 2.
Yeah, for sure. Team Awesome now have a full Uber there. I still believe rolling with the crits. Callum's only just respawned the medic for Playstuff, so this is going to be a difficult point if they do want to push it, and I think Team Awesome will realise that and try and push back at this point in time.
Yeah, they're coming out. It actually got all the way to mid with an Uber. Uber heavy coming into mid. All our players are there. We're going to have an Uber to respond, but we're going to have to lose the heavy. Oh no, Callum managed to save the heavy, and I think we're going to push him with a counter Uber. Oh, eventually the heavy going down. Does Callum not have an Uber ready? No, he doesn't.
51%, I think. There they go. Playstuff falling quite dramatically there. Team Awesome with a very nice assault on the middle point. And they're not wasting any time pushing on to the next point either. So knowing that Playstuff are all respawning at this point in time, this is going to be a very strong push, and it's going to be hard for Playstuff to have an answer to it.
Yeah, only half our players have respawned up to this point, so we're still fighting 5-on-9 for the last point for the first few seconds. If Team Awesome push in now, they've got this.
Yeah, seemed to be an awfully long respawn time there, but obviously that's because we're watching and wanting them to pop back up. But at least the full team's there, ready to defend this final point. Sniper taken down, lovely shot by Sloth on the Team Awesome sniper. The Team Awesome looking to assault this point, and Playstuff approaching an Uber. The Uber is fairly even on both sides. Team Awesome are just going to have theirs slightly first. They're going to come in with the crits, obviously that will cause some devastation. But they haven't managed to push the final point as well as they would have hoped at this point in time, so Playstuff doing a good job holding the back nut.
Yeah, this is a bit of an awkward and tense situation here because Team Awesome have to run forward and then put the Uber on, and all Callum has to do is react 5 seconds later, and then they've got to manage to defend an Uber because we've got an Uber. And that's exactly what's just happened, and it looks like that defense has been put away.
And really pleasing tonight to see Playstuff hugely on top of the sniper and the spy for Team Awesome, taking down the whole of Team Awesome's team, and they're going to get to push back on the second point now and capture that. Putting themselves in a much better position, gathering themselves. Team Awesome's 3 players down.
I must
the
commend
medic
you,
goes down for Team Awesome.
Oh, fantastic. I must commend you, Cord, the Team Awesome Pyro. He nearly got a very sneaky quick cap on there, but Callum was actually there to block it for a second and didn't manage to get that point off us.
Yeah, really good. I mean, tonight Callum will be calling for Playstuff. He's a very experienced competitive player. He's a great caller, and he's our medic who is the everlasting medic as far as I'm concerned. Certainly never carelessly dying if you can help it. Again, some strong play by Playstuff here, coming back from looking like being rolled in this game to a fairly solid defence on the middle point, and they have every potential to take this if they don't let the sniper. Oh, and the sniper for Awesome with an awesome pick on the pyro.
Well, what's quite interesting about Playstuff's play tonight is that they were recently playing a game Lakeside where they managed to get the first cap pretty much most rounds, and then lose from there. However, showing a lot more resilience in this match here tonight because they've managed to lose the middle point and then take it back, going an uphill battle, doing it the hard way.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably a little bit of patience they've introduced into their play. Just the kind of idea that there isn't a kind of 5-second window to push a point. It's often far better to wait for yourselves to group together, know what you're doing, and push as a unit.
Yeah, I think that last defense we had on the last point there, that was a key example of that, how we waited for their Uber to come in and then give ourselves a 5-second Uber advantage as soon as their Uber finished.
Absolutely, really important. And the spy for Team Awesome now, tries to get the heavy and does. Lovely pick on the heavy by the spy for Team Awesome, very important. Team Awesome now approaching full Uber, but Playstuff will have an Uber to answer to that. So
it looks like our own spy Sparrow comes in for the back of their team, manages to pick off the heavy, but then very quickly taken down by the demo and the pyro.
Yeah, Spud doing some damaging work as the demo there, the pyro assisting, and the final control point's on with the scout with a bit of an injure, and he gets it. That's a nice cap. Strong play for Team Awesome, and that ties the match up 1-1.
I should mention that the format of the match tonight is first to 5. So we're going to play up to until one team starts to get 4 points, and then we're going to have a little bit of a break, and then we're going to play again. And if it gets to 4 all, then we're going to have a golden round. But for the moment, we're just looking up to 4 points is where we'll have our first break.
And is there no time limit on this map for this format in the UGC?
I think you've caught me out. I'm just going to check the rules for that.
Tends to be 30 minutes on Granary when I've played 6s, but I'm not so sure for Highlander.
Standard CP maps. It looks like it's a 30-minute cap. Yeah, 2 rounds of up to 30 minutes each, and then we have a look at the best of the scores after an hour.
Okay, so 2.
If we don't make it to 5.
And lovely overthrown by Playstuff here. They're taking down Team Awesome convincingly. The spy again for Playstuff takes down the heavy really nicely. I believe it was the spy that did the work there. And Team Awesome, all but one, are dead. Playstuff cap this. Hopefully they've got some players pushing forward.
You tricked me then. You tricked me. I just went to look at the boring set of rules, and that happens. I mean, that was awesome. I came back and suddenly their entire team's dead.
Oh, my apologies, mate. My apologies. Getting a bit overexcited here. happily drinking my Monster Energy drink and overextending my commentary.
I'm very glad you phrased that better than you previously phrased your monster drink, having a monster in your hand.
Well, I know that was a bit unfortunate, and I chose my words carefully this time round. Okay, so Playstuff now looking to push this final point. Team Awesome Scout's gone down. Playstuff have the uber advantage here, and they're going to push in now. Sniper just covering the guys advancing forward. Spud the heavy. Again. Oh, lovely work by Spud. Lovely work. And Playstuff now in a strong position.
Yeah, they need to know about what the advantage they have at the moment. It's 5 versus 2 players, so there's a good chance for not only ninja capping but roll capping. So let's see if this can happen.
There is, and I think that they were all a little bit caught out there by the Engineer's sentry for Team Awesome, which was very handily placed to just make sure if they back capped, the sentry was going to take them down before they could do so properly. So recomposing, respawning. They're here, they're holding them back. Oh, and the soldier Playstuff here coming face to face with Team Awesome and doing some major damage. Heavy's down for Team Awesome here, so that's going to make defending this last point a real challenge, but wisely they've taken the high ground.
Oh, and that was a triple reflected rocket going up there.
Yes.
Always nice to see good skills from the Pyros.
And here comes this, oh, beautiful takedown on the spy. Demo Man protecting the medic really nicely.
It looks like Team Awesome have just managed to hit their Uber. Remember, his medic did go down first, so they have the Uber advantage right now. They're pushing out, not doing a lot of damage, and I think this will get cleaned up by the Heavy, who's been left alive for a bit too long.
Yeah, and Spud doing a good job to fall back. Just make sure he gets his Uber. It's now there. He's ready to push back, and with most of Team Awesome down, this is looking like a very strong possibility for a cap, but that sentry is going to cause trouble.
Well, we have an Uber Heavy coming in from the left, so that sentry should get knocked down in a second, unless this Pyro doing some beautiful work blasting back our Heavy, but McCallum wisely switching to the soldier who's more in position, and it looks like we're pushing them right back into spawn. As soon as someone walks on that point, it's ours.
Oh, the Team Awesome with a clutch defense there, taking down Playstuff one by one.
I don't believe it. That was an incredibly clutch defense. We were mentioning earlier about how the respawn times are so punishing, but the respawn wave's just working in their favor just that time.
Absolutely. That was, yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know whether it's the monster or just the game. I think it's the game. It's extremely exciting back and forth game so far.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why competitive players do enjoy 5 caps so much. Personally more of a fan of play load and attack defend myself because I like the coordination, but it seems to be working out just fine for this game.
Yep, and Team Awesome again, very good at taking that high ground on the final point, making sure the Heavy gets up there, making sure the Pyro's up there, just doing some nice deflection work with medics up there with the soldier and the Heavy at the minute. Keeping that high ground, covering all possible routes of entry. Playstuff just poking a little bit, seeing what they can do, getting to their Uber. They've got a small Uber advantage, which they'll be able to use to take this Heavy down, I would have thought.
Well, it looks like Team Awesome are waiting for us to attack again. They had a very good attack, counter-attack last time, where they managed to push, capitalise on a sort of mistake on our part. And, well, it's going to be an interesting case of how many players go down in this attack. It looks like Callum and Wonder Wee managed to get out in time. Possibility for a ninja cap, but I don't think it's going to happen, sadly, this round.
I think the Pyro's got something up to say about that. As if wrong. Everyone else busy dealing with the defence, but the Pyro comes in. Lovely job there, taking the final point, taking the score up to 2-1, and this is extremely close.
I'm having Caster's Curse at the moment. Everything I say suddenly goes the opposite way. This thing's completely unpredictable. Maybe Playstuff are going to lose this round. It's going to go horribly wrong for us. Just so I can get it wrong again. Yeah,
and no chance they're going to get this. Absolutely no chance, Playstuff. They're going to really struggle to make this 3-1 and move into the break. Team Awesome getting onto the point first, but Playstuff have an answer, and that answer is coming in the form of Jimmy.
Yeah, I have to shout out for Jimmy. He got boosted up into the air with a double rocket and then just was in such a great position to fire rockets all the way down and just destroyed their soldier who had jumped up onto the crate, but not high enough, mate.
No, and Playstuff sitting with the slight Uber advantage here. Team Awesome going for the cat. Playstuff showing their patience again. Really liking this patient play. They're spotting the spy really well and shutting him down really quickly. The sniper is being taken down by Sloth as a priority very early. So all these little pieces making to give Playstuff a very rounded feel this evening.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what happens with the spy, actually. He managed to get away in an uncharacteristic move from Wondery, just at the tip of his flamethrower. He's in a position to cause some damage, I think, but he's going to wait for the rest of his team to cause a distraction.
Oh, and the medic's got to watch out for the scout, and the scout does take the medic down. Nice pick by the scout for Team Awesome, and Playstuff now facing an Uber, retreating, trying to save as much of their team as they can, but that's devastating damage done by Team Awesome there. The Heavy, the Scout, and the Rocket Man, I want to say, but that word is Soldier.
Rocket Man!
Team Awesome back, capping the middle point. The game's showing the other way now.
And it looks like they're getting held up by that choke, the Heavy watching it very intently. They're going to have to go around another way. And it looks like we're just going to have one of these standing off periods of just posturing about, waiting for all the players to come in, and each team deciding, you know, for the perfect moment to strike. As soon as they manage to get a pick on one or two players, they'll go.
Yeah, I think that's very wise. I mean, just taking down a few numbers of the Team Awesome guys will just really give Playstuff an advantage if they want to push back to retake this middle. All quiet at the moment. Team Awesome with an Uber, Playstuff approaching an Uber. So we'll see how they use this Uber. They've really got to take advantage of their time now. And there they go, throwing the Uber. Soldier comes in, maximum devastation.
I do not know how Seric got into that position. There were about 6 players going right next to him, but somehow he still manages to avoid them and hides on top of his kitchen sink, as it were. And then Nuttmegger comes in, gets the Heavy.
Really strong defense, Nut. Look, there's only one player alive for Team Awesome, and that's the Spy.
Well, okay, then we've got the middle point, surely. Oh, sorry, we haven't got the mini point. We don't stand a chance of getting this middle point whatsoever.
No, you would think they'd take the middle point at this point, but you know that the team obviously don't know what kind of state the other team's in. Respawning, they are going to take this middle point, it looks like, unless Team Awesome can come in with something special. Callum has the Uber. They need to be uber vigilant for the spy at this particular point in time, because obviously we need that Uber. There is the spy, and I believe he's just been popped by the demo man. Yes, lovely work by the demo man. Spud doing some good stuff there. The Uber goes to Playstuff. They're pushing forward, pushing to the second to last point for...
It's a very good multi-Ubering skills from Callum there, keeping all of his players alive and getting a good push, taking down 3 players, but leaving Team Awesome, unfortunately, with the Uber advantage. Oh, sorry, the medic went down. So actually, that was a very successful push. A little bit of time, I guess.
That was good enough. That was good enough. They're grouped up. They're in position. They're forcing Team Awesome to be defensive. Scout goes down for Playstuff. Soldier doing good work for Team Awesome this game, I'm noticing. But they're pretty even on who's up. Both Scouts are down. The rest of the teams are all up. The Uber advantage at the moment sitting heavily with Playstuff on 71%. Team Awesome setting themselves up to defend this point. They have no intention of pushing forward at this very moment in time.
Well, why would you? You've got at least a 25% Uber advantage. You're going to have those crucial few seconds where you can easily take a point off them if everything goes right on the Uber night.
Absolutely, and I've got to say, if I was the Team Awesome spy tonight, I would be pulling my hair out. The Playstuff guys are obviously calling really, really well, always aware of where that spy is, and he keeps getting taken down time and time again. Oh, the sniper takes the Heavy. Very nice. Uber's thrown, pushing on.
Demo and the Pyro coming in, the counter Uber taken from Team Awesome. Playstuff just taking a little bit too long, sitting on 100% Uber for a few seconds and now paying the price for it as Team Awesome manages to push this back. Although, not a lot of players going down for Playstuff, so they won't be able to push too far.
No, they came close. The spy, there goes Callum. He's taken out very nice by, I think it was the Soldier using his shotgun. But that's been pulled. Team Awesome have 50% Uber now. And that will mean that they're going to be able to defend this second point and push on to the middle. And that's exactly what they're doing. So Heavy, Medic, Soldier on the midpoint. Nut. This is not good for people with weak hearts, mate.
It is back and forth and it is tense. action is going all over the place. There's crit streaks, there's Ubers. It's just madness, and it seems to play havoc with my mind, trying to work out who has the advantage and then getting it wrong every single time. This is a great game.
It is a great game. Team Awesome now have the Uber advantage, 100% Uber. Playstuff catching up, they're on 60 now. But we'll see. Seric, the spy, being taken down. He's always useful in these situations when the Uber's about to get thrown to take down the medic. But Team Awesome being forced to throw their Uber. Not in the ideal location for them to be doing that, so they're rushing now to this point to try and take this second class point of Playstuff with that Uber. Playstuff racing towards Uber. Callum being taken down by the spy with 92% Uber, and that was crucial.
Ooh, that was a little bit painful, and just after such a good play where the Team Awesome rush was obviously called because Spud and Jimmy were waiting there for it to come in. The heavy Zero already spun up with his minigun and nullified that threat. But as I talk, it looks like a ninja cap is going down. Although
just
Scout thwarted.
Look at the time on that 5th point. I mean, Playstuff now in trouble. Just a single touch on that point, and there it goes. Really exciting round. Really well played by both sides. Team Awesome just coming out the winners in the end. Very well played by them. And yeah,
players.
a superb match this is turning out to be. Really superb. This is how competitive TF2 should look.
Yeah, exactly, and the players really enjoying it as well. I think there were about 13 good rounds called at the end of that round.
Yeah,
so
it's really good to see.
Players really appreciating their position and their teams.
Yeah, it's really heartening, though, isn't it? Especially for Playstuff. They're new, I've said before, fairly new to competitive play. Only our 2nd season. We all played a lot at the beginning of the game in the beta, and we all scrimmed a lot. But it's really nice to see that they're making friends with other competitive teams. The manner in the TF2 community is absolutely top-notch. So many friendly teams, and I think just because it's such a team-focused game, and because there's an element of humour injected by Valve and their artwork, it kind of seems to build good friendly communities and teams to compete with. Playstuff now taking the middle and have an Uber advantage for 4%, so not significant. Over to you now. I think I'm talking too much.
Well, I'd just like to interject, actually. The Team Awesome, very much a similar team. I've just read up their bio. They're this is their first venture into competitive play. Although, shut me up for a second, because we are going in for the final point. We've got quite a confident position here. A few players going down for Team Awesome, maybe. The Uber comes in, the Pyro, the Heavy there, the counter Uber is thrown, and is this going to sort itself out in our favour? We back out and no point is taken. Sort of resetting the stalemate there, I think.
Yeah, really showing the importance of the Uber timing on that point. They just had the advantage, were able to clear up after Playstuff had pushed in with their Uber. But Playstuff now regrouping, more players on the field. They're trying to hold Team Awesome back at that 2nd point, but the Team Awesome seems to have other ideas, and they're going to push in now to the middle and see if they can't retake.
Well, Team Awesome pushing forward with, they're actually down 3 players, which is quite interesting.
They are.
So, very brave time to push in, but I think most of our players are back at the spawn.
Yeah, no, good time to push in, and obviously they just took the medic down with a beautiful pick by the soldier and have an Uber, so they will take... Oh, the ninja cap not working, but they will take the middle point. Back and forth again.
Well, I think the bit we're struggling with, Playstuff is struggling with, is where we go into the garage on that 2nd point and we get held up by that choke. And often our attack might work, it might not work, but when it doesn't work, we seem to lose middle as well. Colt, how would you... Logan, how would you change our tactics in order to take 2nd point? Have you got any ideas?
I would like to see some of the guys going in around the back a little bit more and taking the high ground ledge on this point. I don't see that happening as much as I think it could do. Team Awesome, though, now pushing our 2nd to last point, and you can see we're right defending from that high ground. Team Awesome have no Uber. We're close to Uber, so we should be able to hold this, but it's going to be very close.
I'm interested to see if the Panda Joey, the blue medic, manages to get away. Oh, the Heavy Zero manages to pop out in time and takes him down. So we have complete Uber advantage, 100% to no medic.
We do. Lovely, lovely pick by Sloth there. Girardi's the sniper for Team Awesome and takes him down. The scout trying to get revenge for that, and he does so. So the snipers are both down. Playstuff have blown their Uber.
The control point is being captured.
I'm not sure if that Uber was
dear,
strictly necessary there.
This ninja cap.
Oh no, not that.
Big cap by Team Awesome there.
I didn't even see that coming. This is going to be brutal, I think. The Scouts are going to the last point now, and I think it's going to be uncontested unless we get a lucky respawn.
Oh, brilliant work, Scout for Team Awesome. They're really, really turning that game around for them. They're crucial. Can't be overstated how important work that Scout did there. Playstuff obviously mostly dead at that point. Had been focusing on the second to last point, and the Scout just not waiting for anyone. Really good example of seizing the moment and taking full advantage. So, really nice play by Team Awesome, and a defeat there for Playstuff. So that's 3-2, is it not?
3-2 now. We're going to possibly the last round in this half, but we'll see if Playstuff can bring it up to 3-3 and the game continues.
Yeah, but I'm having trouble between commentating on the and commentating on the whole match and just watching these sniper wars, because the guys are on fire, as Two Monkeys from Azoos just said in chat. They are absolutely on fire. Team Playstuff here, taking down the whole of Awesome. Middle point's capped, and they really want to get forward. The Scout wants to get forward. They can quite happily leave a couple on that middle. The Spy's on the fourth point. He's going to try and cap Team Awesome, just respawning now, coming forward. There's only two of them up, though. Playstuff are going to get this and be in a very strong position to push forward with 100% Uber.
And they're actually going into the last point. There might be a bit too many players for them to chew out, but I must say that was some very quick decision-making to push forward, and realising that they could push forward before they had capped the point and just leave a couple of players behind.
Absolutely awesome. What a great defence. Awesome.
Well, it seems to be overstretching, actually, because, 8 players from Playstuff going down, which means that that will be a short-lived double cap.
And I think when the demo man for Team Awesome took down a good chunk of the Playstuff team as they exited the second to last cap, that was the time for them to fall back and just hold that. But not always easy to make that decision when you're in such an exciting game as this and you want to capitalise on momentum. It's a difficult balancing act.
Well, especially with the number of ninja caps going down.
And what happened?
We're in I think we got to the end of the 30-minute round.
Okay, that's 30 minutes. So
now we're in mess around time.
Yeah, what happens then? They don't lose for that fail, do they? It just ends. That's what that config was all about there, saying, right, time up, it's 3-2 still.
Yeah, it's basically a half-time for a toilet break or anything. It just stops that previous round. And, we play again from 3-2. We haven't lost anything.
No. Well, that was good. Because it was close again. Every round so far has been really neck and neck. It's exciting to see. I see Team Awesome have dropped a player. Hopefully he's just sorting his internet out. And while we have a bit of time to fill in, any thoughts on the first 5 games?
Wow. I mean, wow. I'm blown away with Team Awesome were a challenge in that practice when we really struggled against them on Viaduct. I think it was a complete shutout, and the demo was critting into chokes, and we were really falling for the same trick over and over again. Playstuff showing a lot of versatility in how they've managed to get push forward and get very quick caps, and also be very controlled in their defenses, and sort of wait for them to come to us when the moment was right. Really calling the tactics completely right.
Yeah, they're doing. It's a really solid job. I think the scores of the players, the individual players, reflects that. The Playstuff are playing really, really well, taking some strong points, winning some fierce battles. Callum managing to keep his Uber quite nicely the majority of the time. The notable players for Playstuff I'm thinking at the moment, apart from the whole team acting as a very competent unit, is Sloth the Sniper is just doing superb work, taking important takes on Team Awesome. I think Sarek, as ever, as the Spy, is doing devastating work. Callum, brilliant medic, doing superb job, and Jimmy. They would be my top 4, just on my impressions of trying to follow this very fast-paced and hard-to-follow action nut.
Well, I'm really enjoying the amount of damage coming from the damage classes, obviously. Spud and Jimmy both stepping up to the plate and taking Ubers when they need them. And, in fact, actually, Wonderwee getting in the action. As we're using a lot of multi-Ubers, which can be a little bit difficult to pull off and keep everything as one unit pushing forward. But, if you stay in tight and push together, then you can cause some serious damage and rack up a few points and push them back slowly. I think we're playing much more of a game of attrition here, whereas Team Awesome, I think they've had 3 ninja caps actually in this whole game. Not to take anything away from them, a ninja cap's a ninja cap, but yeah, certainly Playstuff, playing a very solid game of TF2. I was just wondering if possibly they would benefit from using a few more defensive sentries just to keep those pesky scouts out and save us a few ninja caps in the future.
Quite possibly. It's always hard to know what to do with your engineer in a fast-moving Highlander match on a 5-point map like this. It's very dynamic. Wherever the engineer's setting up is going to be for a temporary amount of time. It's hard to know whether you want to be holding a position with a level 3 or whether you just want to be dropping mini sentries all the time and just having a little bit of extra firepower in your favour. The ninth man, the medic for Team Awesome, now joining the server, and I guess that will signal the guys being ready to go into the second half of this fantastically exciting tournament. Now, how are they going to win this? It's first to 4 and that ends?
Right, okay, so we've got to 30 minutes of the first round. We have another 30 minutes, and I don't think we'll break after we get to the first 4. What will happen is that we basically are playing to 5 right now.
We're playing to 5.
Unless we get to a 4-4 tie, at which we have another break, and then it's a golden cap. Okay,
so Team Awesome going into this must be feeling confident. They're 3-2 up on Playstuff at the minute. Playstuff will certainly not be demoralised by their performance so far. They'll be pleased. They're playing a very strong game. They'll be having a team talk, making some strategies in the half-time. We're going to get Almighty Bob from Playstuff on after the cast of the match finishes actually tonight, and we're going to see what he's got to say about the team and how they did tonight. But yeah, they'll be just kind of hopefully taking some heart by their performance so far.
Yeah, I'm expecting some very cool comments from Almighty Bob. It's generally quite a cool team, I would say. You know, I think they enjoy the game as much as anybody else, but you know, the TF2 is exhausting when you play it like this more than anything. And at the end of the game, as much as you want to sort of celebrate your victory or whatever has just happened, or as much as you've been enjoying yourself, it's kind of like, whew, where's my energy gone? You know. So I'm really looking forward to talking to Almighty Bob and possibly another guy.
We're getting some funny comments in chat. Two Monkeys saying, since I'm constantly playing with a load of English players, he's from Germany, Two Monkeys, let this go to penalties.
Oh, that is a horrible comment.
Yeah, I was tempted to ignore it, but it made me giggle, so I have to just mention it. Playstuff now pushing the point. They've got their Uber approaching 85%. Need to keep that medic alive. Callum taking a bit of damage there, but he is going to get to his Uber. He's got his Uber now. The medic for the other side having to fall back because he's on very low health. And he's
very worried about Spies. Kritzkrieg comes in, he found it. Oh, Spud. I think it was Wondery who called him, and then Spud turns around, pops the crit sticky in his face. But Team Awesome's answer to that Kritzkrieg is, of course, an Uber. So Playstuff will be pushed back. Actually, with the advantage now. Surprisingly,
yeah, I don't know how that happened. It felt like the Team Awesome had taken down a hell of a lot of the Playstuff team there, but just enough of the classes that deal damage staying alive to cause Team Awesome a lot of damage once that Uber stopped, and they had crits scattered about the maps, but doing a great job there. Callum almost back up to full Uber again.
I don't know how he does it.
No, a superb medic. I should actually say, I've mentioned some players today, but Callum, it kind of goes without saying, he's a superb player and will never have a bad game, so he's doing a really good job. He's blown his Uber, they're pushing forward now, and I need to reload my HUD.
Spud managed to get 3-4 players just now. He's really just destroyed that entire team with that Kritzkrieg. Looks like the sentry's going down as well to Zero's minigun, and we're pushing in, and it's 8-on-3. Let's hope this goes our way.
Oh, and this is lovely. The 1 point to go, and we're all up. The Spy, though, doing a fantastic bit of ninja work behind them, so they're going to have to watch that. But Playstuff pushing on and taking it. That's 3-all, closing the gap, and it's going to be just so close so far, and we've got two more victories for either side, and they take it. But it's not going to be easy. Whoever does it.
Yeah, that was an uncharacteristically for this game short round. Playstuff doing an absolute stomping, which yeah, that's not how they've been. Other rounds have not gone as easily as that. So I was very impressed with Jimmy. Actually, he rocket jumped straight over that soldier and just rained down hell again, and managed to take down the one player who could have actually defended that. And then we just rolled in for the cap.
Yeah, and Sloth again doing some great work sniping. They're now rolling with the Dead Ringer, Team Awesome. So whilst the Spy appears to have gone down as far as Playstuff calling it goes, he's still very much on top of the barrels. Takes down the soldier. That's an important take. Thinks he gets taken down by the head. Oh, look at this work, this Dead Ringer work by the Team Awesome Spy is really solid, and it could be. And hopefully Playstuff have realised it's going on, but it's going to cause them more problems yet.
Interesting, a lot of players have gone down, which means that it's not really anybody's cap at the moment, because there's only 2 players capping, and it takes a while. Oh, the scout comes on, so it'll cap a lot faster now, which means that we'll probably take this point, but it's still fairly volatile if Team Awesome want to push in.
It is, and Playstuff sitting with 50% Uber advantage and an alive medic for a start. Always helpful. They're going to be in a strong position to push this point, but Team Awesome will, if they play as we've seen them play, they'll be putting up as strong a defence as possible. At the same time, the Pyro and the Spy for Team Awesome just kind of trying to flank the Playstuff team. The Spy's going on the back. Playstuff building up. They have their Uber.
Yeah, we placed up with the Uber advantage. The Team Awesome medic currently only on about 40% or so Uber. We have a crit screen. We have a nice window to push in. Is it going to be... Oh, it's actually an Uber we've got instead of a crit screen. And it looks like we're going to go for a multi-Uber. The Pyro doing a great job from Team Awesome, pushing us back and limiting the amount of damage that could have been done. Great sacrifice.
Yeah, absolutely. And that mini sentry proving its worth as well. Just giving them a bit of a problem pushing out. They had to kind of use the Uber a little bit earlier than they'd have wanted to. But crucially, Team Awesome now on the middle in relative force.
So what do you do from this
Playstuff
point?
are back capping that, and Playstuff are going to get the... Absolutely superb. Well, our fingers crossed. Oh, superb work. Superb work from Playstuff. Going 4-3, I think that's the first time in this match that they've been ahead. Would you say? Or am I completely getting confused?
I think we were ahead at the beginning, then Team Awesome overtook. It was 2-1 to us, then they overtook to make it 3-2, and then we've gone up to 4-3. Yeah, this is back and forth in the actual rounds, back and forth in the round scores. Yeah, this is very, very close.
It's absolutely. Sorry, I'm just giggling to myself here. It's such a serious and exciting game, but how can anyone take the heavy for Team Awesome serious with his green beard, pink face mask, and blonde hair? It's just hilarious. Fantastic hat he's got on there. Total headgear. Pushing into the middle now. Team Awesome have maintained their Uber. It's approaching 90%. They're going to be in a good position to well, I would have said to take the middle, but at the moment, Playstuff going for the cap. Hoping... Yeah, this Uber's coming in. They're going to be in trouble, Playstuff now in this middle.
If they pop their Uber at this point... Oh, that's a bit of a waste, actually, because now we have the Uber advantage. We'll have to give up this middle point. In fact, no, we won't, actually, because there's still a lot of cap time left on that for us. So I think we have the advantage at the moment.
Yeah, that didn't go as well as I'm guessing Team Awesome would have wanted it to, but I must apologise to everyone on the stream. My caps have gone from my hood, and I have to restart the game if I want to fix that, which I'm not going to do. So I'm kind of trying to watch from the stream. So I'm going to ask you to call the progress on the caps. No, I can see Team Awesome have taken the middle.
Well, Team Awesome have taken the middle, but they've left Callum with the advantage on the Uber, about 30% of an advantage. So he's going to have a great opportunity to push in. I'm not sure if he realises, though. That's the key thing. Oh, here he comes. And it's going to be on the demo. A couple of players already going down in the first instance. The Pyro being very annoying. So we switch to our Pyro, wonder we, who managed to take out their Pyro. And it looks like that Uber was fairly well deflected. And it looks like Panda Joey, the blue medic, staying alive. So Uber advantage now with them, and they still have mid. This round is going Team Awesome's way, I'm afraid.
Yeah, with a really solid defence in the middle. Being patient. Getting themselves set up in the middle just to make sure they don't lose that while they compose themselves. They've got the Uber now, though, and they'll be pushing on to Playstuff's second to last point.
They do have some interesting hats on their team. Wasted Prime, if you get a chance to look at him. Ginger beard, green fedora.
Yeah, it's actually good to see some of the guys in Team Awesome wearing the Critscast hat there, which our friends at Critscast, many of us have that hat. Well, not many of us, some of us have that hat and feel very privileged to do so. But nice to know that we all share a common love of the awesome podcast that is Critscast. Team Awesome with a very solid cap though, Nut, and Playstuff will need to regroup and make sure they don't let this last cap fall in the ninja fashion it has been taken in the past. Hopefully let's see them taking some high ground and holding off until they've got their Uber and can push back.
Well, a good spread on our players, meaning that they'll have to sort of deal with us one at a time, which will give us plenty of warning if any ninja caps coming in. Team Awesome are going to wait a few seconds for their Uber to get up and then push in with that and hope things go their way. I'm just looking to see if Callum has an Uber. Where is he? Oh, here he comes. And
here's the big assault, yeah. 90% Uber for...
The control point is being captured.
Yeah, that Uber didn't really do as much damage as it would have done. It was used fairly defensively, really, but here they go.
That's a lot of our players going down. The scoreboard lit up blue on the left, rockets pointing to red players on the right. Yeah, this could be the actual final. This is cap 4.
Really strong recovery there from Team Awesome, and there they go, capping superbly quickly on the last. That's 4-4, and this is what would you call it? It's the ace match.
Yeah, everything you've just Team Awesome just making sure that nothing of that previous 8 rounds matters now. It's all about this round. So let's see what happens and how the opening play plays out. Are we going to play cautious, or are we just going to go hell? Let's go in and take it.
It's a gamble either way. Scout getting taken down, the sniper getting taken down again for Team Awesome. Few have placed up falling, Callum's fallen, crucially. Team Awesome with 82% Uber. That puts them in a very good position to take this middle point. No.
Oh, they're going to bring out the...
We have a pause.
We have a pause. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I don't know which way this is going to go.
Wow. Well, guys in chat, first of all, thanks for joining us. It's really nice to see. We've only been doing this a little while, so I see that there's 29 people watching at the moment. That's good enough for us, quite frankly. We're doing this for the community, for you guys watching now, and for the people who won't be able to watch live and will watch it on the VOD when we upload that to YouTube in Jimbo McBee's glorious high-definition Technicolor. But yeah, really, really exciting game. Serik's dropped, so that's why the pause has happened. Of course, Sarik playing such a crucial part in our team, of all people. We will always pause when a player drops, but yeah, it's going to be something we need fixed. Getting back on the server. I almost wish I had time to restart my game client so I could see the capping on the last rounds. But yeah, some thoughts, Nut?
Well, first of all, I wonder how Sarik must feel at this moment, being the cause for this pause. Is he going to feel... how would you get back into this game when you know each crucial decision coming up is what's going to matter for the end of it, and to end such an exciting game as well? It looks like the game actually has restarted, not giving me enough time to collect my thoughts. Playstuff retreating back a bit, leaving the point to Team Awesome, so they're going to be up against it to win this last point. Well, it's going to be exciting.
They are. I'm kind of glad that they didn't push in there, because they're not in a strong enough position in terms of health and team and Uber-wise. They're all respawned now. They have the small Uber advantage of about 30%, so I've got a most amusing everyone's not walking but gliding across the screen bug going on my bloody computer, which is just...
I'm currently enjoying Wonderwee with planets around his head with a moustache gliding across the screen.
Nice defense. Crits.
And just as I was talking about Wonderwee in a superfluous fashion, he actually saved Callum from a dirty little backstab, which of course would have completely changed the tide of this cap. So Wonderwee crucially saving us there and enabling this cap to happen and putting us back in the game.
Yep. Do you think this is interesting? Callum switched to crits now. This is because Playstuff plan to be extremely aggressive, do you think, or do you think it's because they know they can then fall back against any Uber and do a lot of damage as long as they don't let the crucial last caps happen?
Callum is a god. I don't pretend to know what's going on inside his head.
That's the
But
fundamental
I trust
mistake.
in his decision.
Obviously, the crits charges quicker, so Callum can keep getting those crits up and hopefully keep taking the team down. He's doing a good job here. 3 going down, the demo, the soldier, the sniper. Heavy down for Playstuff.
Yeah, that crits creek went very strangely for us. Usually when you pop a crits, the players all run to the nearest exit and it sort of funnels them together so you can hit more of them. In this case, it just went, they went everywhere, and
Yeah.
that crit's not so effective.
No, for sure. The guy's obviously knowing how to deal with medics rolling out with the crits screen.
Oh no, he's bringing us quality TF2 entertainment on a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to just take us through to the end of this game, I think, now, because my brain's just exploded.
Well, okay. That leaves me a little bit frazzled, but it looks like... Well, it looks like Team Awesome are coming in with the Uber, multi-Uber going out on several targets. The Uber doesn't quite get to 0 in time, and he responds with the crit streak. You've turned invisible, now I'm going to get in my revenge.
That's lovely play. That's lovely play, use of that crits. They've taken down all but 3 of the team, and they're pushing on to the second to last point now. They've taken the second to last point, they're all up. Callum building up with that crits Uber. He's on 50%.
I don't know whether I want them to be too aggressive here. It's still a bit of a gamble on this last point because they could lose the next 2 points if it all goes wrong. They're pushing in, they've got a bit of a position. Wonder we Girardi, that'll make him severely weaker as he goes in for the last point. Yeah, we're losing players, maybe. No, Ciro's there. I think this is our point.
Oh! Dear me, go on! Superb. Absolutely superb.
That was...
Wow.
That was...
Wow.
A great game. That was a fantastic game.
Yeah.
GG's all round. That was supremely entertaining.
Yeah, a really good play, but I mean, let's just make sure we reflect the proper result here. Team Awesome playing an absolutely awesome game. Playstuff answering with absolutely awesome play. So I think both teams just providing us with superbly high quality entertainment tonight, and I can't imagine a more exciting game.
Yeah, that was, like I said before, that was back and forth in the rounds, in the caps. It was very well mannered. It was just a brilliant game of TF2 and really showcasing what this game can deliver, and showing the supreme classes, the supreme balance of all the classes. Every class having a moment where they were fantastic and critical to caps. And I mean, demonstrating the importance of the medic, and just overall mind blowing. I'm almost stupefied, lost for words, maybe.
No, me too. I mean, we couldn't have wished for anything better there. That was just absolutely superb. Like I say, my mind was frazzled by the end of the match because of the back and forth action. It was such top quality play. Congratulations to Playstuff, of course. Thrilled for them. Slightly scared that I believe they're now in platinum for the playoffs. That's the top 16 in the whole of Europe, I understand.
Yeah, that's they'll be pretty much going in sort of at the lower level of platinum, but hell, they're in platinum, which is a fantastic achievement. That will put them roughly, well, they're 11th at the moment. They just got a big win against one of their closest rivals. In fact, actually, Team Awesome pretty much topping the league, so that might put them into a standing of maybe 7th or 8th overall. Out of all the teams that enters UGC.
That's really cool. So Team Awesome are going to be in the same playoffs as Playstuff, because I think that I'd like to see those two play again. That was such an exciting match. Both teams playing their hearts out. Both teams producing some absolutely amazing play. I'd love to see more of it.
Yeah, and it looks like we might just get to see that. It will be interesting to see how the playoff draw actually happens. And in fact, actually, because we are so closely ranked, it does mean that we are likely to meet each other at the earlier rounds of the playoffs. Of course, it is a knockout, so if you lose your first round, then you're not going to play anybody else. But it just makes it even more tense. I don't know. I've watched those monsters. You might need to explode them.
I shall keep my hands well away from my. Yes. Let's Let's see if we can persuade Almighty Bob to come in and give his thoughts before we sign off tonight. Before I do that, though, let me just encourage everyone on stream and everyone watching the VOD to go like us on Facebook at facebook.com/playstuff. Follow our YouTube channel to make sure you keep up with our casts, which are admittedly remarkably amateur, but we do love the game. We have a massive passion for it. We've all been playing since the beta. We've been running the community since the beta. We just want to get some content out there of us having fun and for the community to enjoy. And we also want to get your feedback. So the YouTube channel is Playstuff TV. That's youtube.com/PlaystuffTV. And of course, feedback on our forum, playstuff.net. We're a really friendly community. We're not as unique as I thought in Team Fortress. I thought that we were unique in our friendliness, but actually the beauty of Team Fortress seems to be what a fantastically well-mannered community is around it, and it's something for us all to be proud of, to be part of. Really, when you go and play something like Hon or some of the other games out there with more questionable communities, and everyone's response to trolls is just welcome to the internet. Everyone's response to people objecting to trolls is welcome to the internet. It's nice to see a particular esport in TF2 standing up and saying, actually, that isn't the internet. That's just rude idiots. This is the internet. Friendly, competitive team play. So, really good stuff. Let's grab Bob. Have you got any final thoughts while I go and have a quick chat? Oh, here he is. He's been grabbed. So we're in vent now for this part of the interview. Nut, over to you.
Well, Almighty Bob, are you there? But you might cast it yourself. I'm not set up for vent at the moment.
Aren't you? Okay.
I'll ask the guy how it's feeling.
Yeah, give us some of your final thoughts, and then I'll speak to Almighty Bob after that.
Well, yes. Almighty Bob, of course, a class act in one of the players you've been talking about. It's a friendly on the internet, always offering advice on the server to everybody around. I do encourage everybody listening and watching, if you've enjoyed what we've been chatting about tonight, to come join us on the server. It's a Playstuff team play server, and the clue's in the name. It's a great server to learn your skills and also play with other people who are, sort of willing to big up the team play element that you've seen tonight. Are we ready with Almighty Bob?
Yeah, absolutely. Before then, I'm just going to say, follow me on Twitter. I'm at Logan_PS. I always tweet before matches to keep everyone appraised, and all I do on that account is talk about gaming. So Nut is actually joining us in event. That's superb. I'm going to now press my push to talk key and speak to Almighty Bob. Almighty Bob. Fantastic, mate. Congratulations. Absolutely superb game and really superb victory. Nice of you to join us. How's it gone for you?
That was fantastic. I'm still shaking. My hands are shaking a little bit after that. Was the closest game, the most exciting game of TF2 I've ever played, I think.
It was the most exciting game I've ever watched. I think that's called a hot adrenaline injection, isn't it? It's just
yeah,
really superb.
It was so good. Yeah, everyone played so well. I'm so proud of all the guys. We played fantastically, I thought, and Team Awesome played really well as well. So it was great back and forth. Like there were several times that we pushed them all the way back, and then they came right back and won the round. It was so good.
Yeah, and strikingly for me, having been following closely all the games so far and casting most of them, you guys seem to have got sorted out what I'll describe as your patience issue. You were holding back when you needed to hold back, pushing forward when you needed to push forward. Is that something you'd worked on?
Yeah, I think that was in large part due to the steadying influence of Callum doing the main calling today. So he was dictating a lot of that kind of thing and was making all the right calls at the right times. So, but as a team, yeah, I think we have improved on that respect as well. But huge credit to Callum for keeping us in line and making sure that we were pushing at the right time, and everyone well done for sticking to the calls and pushing and falling back as a team really well.
Yeah, absolutely. It was such coherent team play. It was a pleasure to watch, actually. Very few Ubers lost. Great work by Sarek spying and by Sloth. The sniper wars were a thing to watch in themselves, actually. If I'd have just had my camera on the snipers all game, I think I'd have been as entertained as any other game. It's just amazing seeing them battling it out to take out their opposing player.
Yeah, it's like a game within a game. That's the sniper battle. Sloth did so well. I didn't actually see the enemy sniper on more than 2 or 3 times because Sloth was all over him all the time. I can't think of a single time that he got a pick on one of our key players or anything. So yeah, it was really good play by everyone. Sarek did really well as well. Just every so often, like constantly just hearing over the comms someone shouting out medic down all of a sudden or heavy down. It was great.
Yeah, it's really superb. Actually, I'm just looking at the chat, and it's nice to see some of Team Awesome's guys joining us in chat. Just glancing through the comments here. Panda Joey giving a really nice, good game, guys. You outplayed us today, but we will destroy you next time. That's the spirit. That's what we like to see.
Yeah,
really good.
I look forward to the rematch.
Yeah,
no,
absolutely,
really
absolutely.
Good, so.
I think I'd say, I could watch Team Awesome play against Playstuff repeatedly on a loop for a good week without sleeping and not be bored. So, especially knowing that you guys are on good terms and you're friendly, and you practice together occasionally and that kind of thing. It's really good stuff. Have you got anything you'd like to say to them while they're listening? Maybe you pick your man of the match for Playstuff, and I'll ask chat who they would nominate as the Team Awesome man of the match.
I just okay, well, firstly to Team Awesome, thanks for the game, guys. That was, as I said, that was the best game of TF2 I've ever played. It was so exciting, and I do know that they had some roster issues this week. They had 3 or 4 of their main team were out for various reasons, so that wasn't them at their full strength. Not to take anything away from our team today, because we did superbly, I thought. But understandably, it might be a bit frustrating for them. But so I would really look forward to playing them again sometime when they're at their peak, because it would be a great match, I think.
No, for sure. I'm just, I'm glad of that. Good. I'm glad they didn't have the whole team there. It happens to us all, of course.
Yeah.
But both teams, Playstuff have had the same problem in some matches. Everyone's got real lives, so always hard. Looking at the chat, I'm seeing Wixie's getting a lot of shouts. I would kind of agree with that. Wixie was playing awesomely as a scout, I believe, with his ninja caps. And really good pressure on Spud.
Really nice. Yeah, 2 or 3 really key back caps from Wixie. It was. Yeah, very frustrating for us, because just as I destroyed my mini sentry to bring it up to the battle, and then as soon as that went down, Wixie's in on the point and backcapping, and there's nothing we could do to stop him. So
he was concerning me a lot. Wasted Prime's being called for. What can chat remind me what position he was playing in? Sorry, so many names and so shit a memory. He was the solid, well, no, he was devastating. He did some really crucial takedowns. He was really good at taking some high ground. There was many standout moments where Wasted Prime was just crucial in turning the game round for Team Awesome. So, you've got to shout it for him as well. I've got to shout for the Heavy for having possibly the most frighteningly scary, weird, and awesome headgear I've ever seen in Team Fortress.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to pick man of the matches when everyone's playing so well.
No, for sure. I think we'll just give them. I think we'll give this to teams of the match, and we'll just say that both teams, because you're Team Fortress 2 would be proud. We should send we should send the replay to Valve and say, look at this game, look at what you created. It's absolutely fantastic. Spud getting a shout from the Team Awesome guys. As the demo, he was insane. Spud is insane. He drives us insane all the time. Clears servers for a living. So, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. There's so many people to name.
Especially
Bob, I'd have to say you playing really well as well. Callum was calling really well. Everyone played well. You don't get games like that if there's people on the team playing badly. So, really superb. Really superb.
Yeah, I can't fault anyone, so there's not really any. Everyone played so well, it's hard to pick any standout players. But Spud when we was getting the crits off Callum was doing really well with them, usually taking down most of the key players. So that was really good. I had one good round where I got the top score, which I was quite pleased with.
Yep.
Everyone played well. I think I can't think of anyone who wasn't on fantastic form.
Now, moving to what that means for Playstuff, you're now in the Platinum playoffs, where, of course, there's a very good chance you'll meet Team Awesome again.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how the playoff things work because I'm not really that familiar with the UGC setup. But yeah, I think we're going to be probably in the top bracket of playoff. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, superbly done, man. Congratulations from me, Logan. I know the community will be proud. Just couldn't have asked for better play from you guys. You know, really, really heartwarming stuff. I know we've all worked hard to get yourselves up to speed. So congratulations. Thanks very much for joining us after the game.
It's a nice way. Thanks. It's a nice way to finish off the season. So yeah, I'm quite happy.
Yeah,
sure. I'm very, very happy. Yeah.
Definitely, man. You should be. You should be proud. You've done a lot of work organising the team over the season, and yeah, this is where the rewards flow when you win a game like that against very, very difficult opponents.
Yeah, very pleased right now. Sorry, I'm still a little.
No, well, I'll let you go. We all want to just jump into vent with all of our mates and have a bit of a whoop party. So that's it from us for tonight, guys. Good night from me, Logan. I'll pass over to Nuttmegger now to say his final goodbyes. But thanks for joining us. As I say, tune in for the next games. We're going to be casting all of the Playstuff matches as we have been so far in both the ETF2 League and the UGC for Highlander. And we hope you'll join us. No, over to you.
Well, hi there again. That was a fantastic interview, Cole, if I do say. Logan, damn it. It's always Logan.
I've changed my name recently, guys. I quit my career. I did all of that business. I have a new life, and I thought, well, I'll have a new name. But everyone knows me as Colt, unfortunately, from that being my name for 10 years. I like Logan.
And that familiarity.
Logan's done second chances in life.
Well, you've been watching Playstuff TV. You've been enjoying an excellent game in the UGC Highlander tournament versus Playstuff versus Team Awesome. Please join us at playstuff.net, sign up to our forums, and enjoy our good company and excellent people. I'm Nuttmegger.
And I'm Logan. And I'm going to give one last plug, actually. If you like StarCraft 2, I'm involved in the Evil Geniuses Masters Cup StarCraft 2. I'm just one of the mods in the channel. We're up again tonight at 2 a.m. UK time. I'd encourage you to join us for the Masters Cup Series League. It's going to be epic. There's a rerun for Europeans tomorrow in the day. Feel free to join us then. I personally live on American time, so that's not a problem for me, although my wife might disagree. But yeah, plug. Monster energy drinks are great. Sponsor us. Who else? Yeah, I'm giving up now. See you later, guys.